Anyone can walk into a room, but an artist enters and is. I personally feel that entrances are often far more important than introductions, so let's talk about it. Of course, we've all heard that saying that you never get a second chance at a first impression, and I think that that's largely true. We've also been taught the proper way to shake hands and why it's so important to speak clearly and look people directly in the eye, etc., etc. Oftentimes, for me, as someone on the autism spectrum, I find eye contact uncomfortable, physical touch uncomfortable, and depending on the environment I am, I often might be overwhelmed or overstimulated. So, my introduction to you, depending on how I'm regulating, might not be at its best. Now, I personally try really, really hard, and also having OCPD, I can be incredibly formal, and I'm not discounting my ability to mask, however damaging that has been. But I think that one's entrance into a space is far more important than the introduction itself, because so much of our communication is conveyed via body language and visually. We know that, and science has proven it. I'm sure there's statistics out there and numbers that I don't have. But when you first step into a space, if someone's never encountered you before, and you're hunched over or walking slow or eyes darting around like you're very, very scared, before you've even given them the weak handshake, which the second time you meet them, that handshake might be firmer, or you might speak clearer. Before you've even messed up your introduction, they're already formulating preconceived notions based on the way you entered the space. Whereas if you act like you belong, or you walk in confidently, or however else you choose to present yourself, immediately off the bat, the visual introduction is setting you up for success, depending on how authentically or inauthentically you want to present yourself. It's not to say that people will not remember their first impressions of you or the first introduction, but I've often encountered going long periods of time when I haven't talked to someone where we both have gone through immense amounts of change and often been reintroduced, quite literally. And we are vastly different people. And the new human that I'm encountering is vastly different than the person that may have flubbed our first interaction. So you can always, depending on fate and time and the timeline that we end up going on, there's always a chance at a reintroduction or our ability to reintroduce ourselves, considering that at any point we can reinvent ourselves. But an entrance is the immediate factor that is going to set you up for success and honestly, leave a lasting impression, in my opinion. Comment your thoughts, and I will see you in the next video.